What's going on? Happy Tuesday from Santa Clara, or otherwise known as just outside of St. George, Utah. We're here for our family Christmas vacation with some of Gabby's family. We came down in the RV a couple days ago. I want to share an interesting fact with you guys, or a cool thing about this area. Before we left, we were sledding in the front yard, and now the kids are at the pool right now swimming. I'm out today I decided to skip my Beachbody on Demand workout and take a run because it's sunny outside. It feels nice, so I wanted to breathe it in, breathe in the views, and just experience life. So I'm challenging you guys to do that at some level today, to go out and experience life. But I'm going to show you guys something cool. I don't know if you can see it, and I don't know the reasoning for this. But as you can see, there's this beautiful big red rock mountain behind me. But right here, there's 4 different types of rock / land. And I don't know why it is this way. Someone pointed out to me once that this is the only place that has this. And I don't know why. So if you know, share with me, because I'd like to learn. But you can see right here, there's the red rocks. And then right above the house is kind of hard to see. There's a black lava field, and there's a golf course out on there. But it's just plain black lava and sagebrush. You can see that. Then the red rocks. And then behind it is called Snow Canyon. It's all white rock, white dirt, white rock. And then behind it is normal mountains like you'd see in a normal situation. Evergreens and brown regular dirt. So there's brown dirt, the white rock dirt, the black lava, and the red rock. So that's pretty cool. But that's an interesting fact I want to share with you guys. What I want to talk about is 99% of you guys are dealing with this and may not know what it is. And I heard this funny story about, and I'm going to teach you guys something I do every morning as a habit, as a ritual that I do. You can adopt it if you'd like, but how many of you guys, and you don't have to admit publicly on this video, go for your twice a year checkup with your dentist, or your once a year checkup with your dentist? They give you dental floss and a toothbrush, and they always ask you, have you been flossing your teeth? And you're like, yeah, I have been. And most likely you just did it for the 2 days or the 1 day or right before your dental appointment. I know I've been that person that struggled with that. And that's something that you should be doing. But what I'm going to share with you guys is something I've been doing for the past close to 5 months. Is every single morning I've just created a ritual. I've had to get up a little bit earlier, but I get up, I shower, I put on a LDS conference talk. I listen to something spiritually uplifting. I listen to a good word, something that's going to improve my life. And I listen to it. They're about 12 to 15 minutes. Hey, what's up, Chris? I listen to it while I slowly and methodically brush my teeth, floss my teeth, use mouthwash, then put my contacts in. And I take a solid 15 minutes listening to something spiritually uplifting and doing those things that I should be doing. And I've kept to that ritual for the past 6 months, so I'm extremely proud of that. With that being said, I'm going to talk about one of the things that many of you are probably struggling with. And a funny way to think about this is just like we're supposed to brush our teeth, we're supposed to floss our teeth. One of my mentors teaches, like, how would it be if we could have a mental floss every single day? Like if you could open up your brain and you could clean out all the bad things, the negative thoughts, the bad thoughts, the negative pictures and images and things in our mind that are not creating happiness and success in our life. And we could just floss those out every single day. How much better would our life be? And we call that mental floss. So as I was thinking about that, there's 3 things that we're told to do in the scripture. And it says, number 1 is that we're supposed to feast upon good words. We're supposed to bring in good things into our life. So that's the number 1. Once we do that, we're supposed to meditate on the good word. We're supposed to meditate on the good things inside of our life. And then number 3, we're supposed to act upon those things every single day. So I want you to write those down. Number 1, feast on good things. Number 2, meditate on those good things. And number 3, act on those good things. And what that's going to do in your life, if you can create a strategy or make it a priority or make it into a ritual, like I talked about with my brushing and flossing that I do every single morning. And you can make that a ritual inside of your life of feasting on the word, meditating on the word, and acting on the word. You're going to improve your attitude. You're going to improve the things about your life that are going to make your life a lot better. So I'm just going to speak straightforward to you guys because I'm a little bit short on time. Number 1, the reason many of us are negative, or we're not happy, or we're worried too much about what other people are doing versus what we're doing ourselves, are because we're feasting on news, like the news channel. Gosh dang, the news came on last night when we were sitting in our vacation home here for Christmas break, and within the first thing I watched about this break-in in Salt Lake and all this stuff, and I was like, turn this off. I told Gab, we need to turn this off, like right away, before I could even finish that and move on to the next thing, because it triggers so many bad thoughts and fears. What I told her is like, man, look how much fear they're creating in the people. And so that's the number one thing, is we're feeding our mind too much with news, and it's mostly bad news. We're also watching a lot of drama television series on Hulu, Netflix, whatever it is, that's all augmented reality, fast-paced, and doesn't give us a real glimpse of what life actually is like, what trials are actually like, what happiness is actually like. And our mind is filled with that, with countless hours from the news, from those TV shows. We're also... there's all kinds of different things. There's pornography. There's, this is one that probably don't think about too much. There's gossiping, talking about other people when they're not around. All of these things are negative things that are not creating what we're supposed to create in our life, that creates happiness in our life, where we can go out and be good to ourselves and good to other people, which is, remember, feast on the word, meditate on the word, and then practice the word. So if we're doing all these other things, watching bad things, watching negative things, we're gossiping and doing all these other things, we're feeding ourselves with negativity and things that are not going to move our life forward. So there's this funny story I'm going to leave you guys with, and I'll let you guys do your own self-look in the mirror on how you can improve on these things, as I am doing through my daily meditations and my reading and my study of good things. There's a story about these two men that are at lunch. And one of them, they both have their own lunch. They bring it. They work in a factory, let's say. And the one man opens up his lunch, and it's a bologna sandwich. And he starts complaining to his friend. He's like, oh my gosh, I got a freaking bologna sandwich again. Like, it's always a bologna sandwich. Like, I hate bologna sandwiches. And so he's talking like this. And his friend looks at him and says, hey, why don't you just talk to your wife and tell her you don't like bologna sandwiches? And he's like, hey, leave my wife out of this conversation. This is my conversation, and this is about bologna sandwiches. And I don't like these bologna sandwiches. And so his friend says, well then, why do you bring a bologna sandwich? Like, who packs this bologna sandwich for you if you want your wife to leave her out of this? He says, I pack my own bologna sandwiches. And so he goes on and laughs at him about this story. But the story and the moral of this story is, a lot of the baloney or the crap or the negative stuff that happens in our lives happens because we allow it into our lives. We pack our own sandwiches, our own bologna sandwiches, just like this man. So my encouragement to you guys is, it can seem overwhelming in the beginning, but let's just start with these three things. I'm going to repeat them one more time for you guys. Feast on good words. Read good audiobooks, whether it's spiritual or personal development in some other way. Meditate on those and how they can apply to and improve your life. And number 3, begin acting on those things. I can guarantee you that if you begin those things, you're going to start your 2018 off to a better start. I love you guys. Have an incredible week. And if this helps you in some way, please share it with somebody else. Happy holidays. We love you guys from St. George, Utah. Bye.